Hi, my name is Emily, and in 15 days from now, I will be going to a women's college to study creative writing. One of my biggest goals as a writer is to be telling the stories of women and other groups of people who don't always get their stories told. Because while I am going off to school to learn how to tell other people's stories, I was like, I should probably be telling my story as it's happening. To that end, while I am packing and trying to decide which of my many books I'm going to take with me, I came across a few that really give some insight into where I'm coming from, what has influenced me to be where I am, and give some insight into where I want to go in the future. The first book is Fire by Kristin Cashore. Fire herself is an amazing character, and her struggles offer such interesting analysis of the treatment of women, and it's just a really fantastic book, a really important book to me, and I recommend everyone check it out. The second book is Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. They are two of my more favorite contemporary writers. Boy Meets Boy is a really important book to me. I love John Green's writing, and this book really gets kind of a bit of the best of both worlds for me. It's a fantastic book about navigating life in high school and sexuality and friendships, and I just really love it, and it's meant a lot to me through the years. My third book is either second or tied for first of my all-time favorite books. On top of just being a fantastic novel that everyone ever should have to read, it has a lot of really important personal meaning for me, because whenever I was 12, a friend of the family who was a college professor asked my mom, who had been homeschooling me, if she could do a English course with me so that she could get experience working with homeschool students. So she gave me the choice between this or Romeo and Juliet, and I picked this. I never read either one before. So not only did she introduce me to a fantastic book, but I learned so much about English from her, so much about education and learning from her, and I just learned about being a person. I can't really overstate what an influence she has had in my life just through teaching me about To Kill a Mockingbird and the time that we shared together reading this book. I miss that teacher dearly, and I think about her all the time. I should mention she's not dead, she's in Oklahoma. The fourth book is Lincoln on Leadership. It was one of the textbooks for the last political science class I took with my political science professor. See, I'm not actually a freshman, I'm a sophomore. Before I was going to this college to study creative writing, I went going to a different university and I studied political science. And it was because that teacher made me realize my passion for political science and really challenged me on an intellectual level. I did some of my best learning in his classes, not just about our subject matters, but about how to learn. He was one of my all-time favorite teachers, and the way he talked about this book and about Lincoln was really inspirational to me, and I'm just never ever going to forget him or that class or any of the time that we spent together talking about education and leadership and politics and life. I miss him very much, and will definitely be taking this book with me as I move forward in life. Again, he's not dead. He's in Florida, but you know, just saying. And finally, I will be taking The Chosen with me by Chaim Potok. He is my favorite writer. The person who brought this book into life was actually my mom. Like I said earlier, I'm homeschooled. While I have always loved reading and been a voracious reader, there reached a certain point where she's like, okay, I'm going to start assigning you books. And I threw a hissy fit. She was correct on every single book she made me read, and she was most correct about this one, so sorry Mom, I am a little jerk. But you know that about me, and we powered through it together, and look where I am now. The Chosen is arguably my most favorite book. It's the best book I've ever read on friendship. Every time I've reread this book, and I've reread it many times, it has taught me a very powerful and new lesson. This book is important to me in my faith as a Jew, and most of all, it's just a really good story that has been huge in my life and shaped who I am as a person. So this book will always be with me, and it's definitely coming with me to college. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye.